Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Today I'm creating a layout for the Paper Rose Studio design team. Now before we get into the Paper Rose products that I'm going to use today, I wanted to start my layout with some mixed media. So I have some mixed media cardstock here that I've already cut down to 11.5 by 11.5. And I'm going to spritz it with some water, and I've pulled a bunch of colors here from Shimmer's paints. I was really inspired by the Paper Rose Ink and Ivory Basics paper collection, and so I want to kind of recreate that a little bit, if you will, with my paints. So I have a whole bunch of different paints here, and I don't know which order I have these in, but I'm using Shimmeringz Goldie Lox, Color Splash Gold Digger, Color Splash Penny in Your Pocket, Inkling Minor 49er, and then I will bring in some Color Splash Black Hole, and then some white acrylic paint. So here you see me just taking a variety of those different paints here, and I'm painting them all on. I want to create this like gold goodness from the bottom of the page up to the top. And so I'm going to continue doing that, and I love using the different paint formulations and the different colors of gold because I think it's going to look really nice in the end. Now, the only thing is it's so hard to appreciate just how beautiful these paints are on camera. The camera just doesn't do them justice. In person, they are so shimmery and shiny and like glittery and just so pretty. I wish I could show you how pretty they are, but the camera just doesn't pick it up for some reason. So here I just left this in so you could see, I did go back and spritz some more water, and I kept applying some of the different paints just to get it exactly how I wanted it. So you can see here I just go back and add some more color until I'm happy with how this looks on the layout. So I'm going to continue moving this around, adding more paints, and you could do this with any medium and just think of all the different colors that you could use. But again, I was super inspired by the Ink and Ivory Basics collection. Just the Ink and Ivory collection itself is stunning, and I loved the gold detail in the papers, and so that was my inspiration for creating this. All right, so I'm just going to kind of move this around a little bit more, moving that paint around and making sure I have good coverage from left to right. Now, most of this is going to be covered up in the end, but at least you saw how I created this and can appreciate it. So here's where I'm going in with some white acrylic paint, and I'm mixing it with water, and I want to add some splatters. And what that's going to do is some of the paints, when it mixes in, it creates more of like this marbled effect since my paint is still wet. And when I drop this paint on there, you can even see it in several places when it touches the paper, that it kind of marbleizes in that spot. So I love how it does that. Now, if I would have waited till it was dry, it would have sat more on top of the paper. Here's where you can kind of see that marbling when it hits the water and the different paints, how it just kind of lightens it up a bit in certain areas. And so I really wanted to create that marbling effect because that's what the paper looked like to me. All right, so here it is. It's dry. Oh, you can kind of see a little bit of that shimmer and shine, but again, in person, it's way pretty. So I want to pull some stamps from my stash here, and I'm using some Ranger Distress Oxide ink in the color Black Soot. Here is the paper that I'm using for my inspiration from the Ink and Ivory collection. This is the Basics collection. And I was so excited about that pattern. I have to tell you that I accidentally ordered this piece of paper in bulk instead of ordering the whole Basics collection. So that's how much I love this paper. All right, so I'm going to spend just a few minutes here and take a bunch of different stamps from my stash, ones that have more like text print on them, to go over here in my background. And so I just am going to go stamp, stamp, stamp all over. And like I said, I'm using various stamps that have just scripty words on them. And again, the Ink and Ivory paper has some scripty font on it. It's kind of hard to see on the paper, but once you look at it up close, you can see it. So again, I was inspired by the paper to create this background here. So I'm going to continue stamping. And the reason I'm using the Distress Oxide ink is because I don't want it to look perfect. So once I get finished stamping, I'll spray it. Here I am. I'm spraying it with some water, and then I'll lift a little bit of that color up. So I've got this crafty towel here, and I just lifted it up. It doesn't do a lot of running because I didn't put a ton of water on it, but it does do some. And here I just put a little bit of the Distress Oxide ink on my glass mat, and I spritzed it with some water, and I'm making some black splatters all around the page. So here we go. I really like the way that looks. I'm just blotting up a little bit of where there was some excess water. Now I'm ready to start creating the layout. So I'm using some liquid tacky glue here, and I'm adhering my mixed media goodness background onto some 12 by 12 black cardstock. And I went ahead and I used my Cricut tool, and I created a butterfly. So this was just one of those free images in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to cut it out using the Ink and Ivory paper. Right here, what you see me doing is I'm adding some magnets. So this is a magnetic glass mat, and so I'm adding some magnets on it just to hold it in place. Okay, so here's the butterfly that I cut, and isn't that stunning? Oh, I love it so much. I also distressed the edges with my edge distressing tool, and this pretty gold paper, this is from Paper Rose. This is the gold shimmer cardstock. And I went ahead and cut that to, I think it's about 4.5 by 4.5. And then I'm matting my photo on it. My photo is 4 by 4, and I printed it in black and white. I print all my photos at home on the Epson PictureMate 400, so I was easily able to size that. So if you'll notice in the photo, that is my daughter, and she went for a walk in the park, and there is a butterfly that landed on her shoulder. So she sent me this photo, and she's like, "Look, Mom." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that has to be like a lot of good luck." So I thought it was scrapbook worthy. And then this title that you see me bringing in, that is from Bramble Fox. So they've got title pieces, and so I am using that here. I pulled off the protective coating, and I'm using some Nuvo Deluxe glue. And the reason I'm using the Nuvo Deluxe glue is when I glue this down, if any seeps out around the edges, this will dry clear, and it also has a really good strong hold, so I know it's going to stay on the page. And I just thought that was stunning with the black, and it really draws from this black paper, like the swirl in the paper. So I love that. So here's my butterfly, and I kind of overlapped it on my photo. And now I'm looking at my photo, and I'm thinking that it needs something. Like, it needs something to jazz it up. So I'm pulling in these dies from Paper Rose, and these are the lace edge border dies. This is one of my favorite dies. I have found myself using this so much, not only on cards, but you can see here on a scrapbook page too. So I went ahead and cut them out in black cardstock, and I'm just going to glue it to the back of my photo here, and I'm going to use it as a border just along the top and the bottom, just to really give this a more elegant look. I love that lace detail, and so I really think this makes my page look super elegant with this lace edge border here. So I went ahead and glued that to the gold shimmer cardstock, and now I'm just going to snip the excess off with my scissors here. So we'll get it all just matching with the photo here. So there we go. And now I'm ready to glue my photo down. I am going to pop up my butterfly on some foam tape. At this point, I don't think it's glued down yet because I wanted to get all my placement right. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and use these magnetic pawns again to hold my photo in place. Oh, and I do have a photo of pawn on my butterfly, so I have added the glue. And now I'm pulling in the Ink and Ivory Embossed die cuts. This is my favorite product from Paper Rose. I love that embossed detail. So it's kind of hard to pick up in the camera, but each of these little butterflies has this gorgeous, shiny embossed detail on it. So it looks like maybe I spent hours putting that embossed detail on there, and no, it comes like that right out of the package. And so I wanted to add a few of these butterflies just flying around the page. I think I want this one that has more black in it towards the bottom, and then I'm going to put these lighter ones on the top. But you can see here, my butterflies are just kind of flying through that gold mixed media on the page, and I love the way that looks. I did add a little foam to the back of each of these butterflies, or I'm doing that now, and I believe this is 2mm foam. I like 2mm foam. It's just the right amount of dimension, I feel like, and you can see I'm running low. But I'm going to go ahead and add this to pop these up off the page so that they don't get lost, and I think that's super pretty. Oh, I got one more to glue down here, and I want them flying all different directions, right? Like I don't want them all flying in the same direction. That'd be boring. So I have all my butterflies glued down. And now I have went into my stash, and I have these rub-ons from another company here, these rub-ons, and they kind of look like stitching. So originally I was thinking I would take this over to my sewing machine, and you absolutely could do that. But, you know, that takes a lot of time to get out the sewing machine and change the thread color. So I thought the next best thing is to use these rub-ons that look like stitching. Now, you could also create this same effect by, I think you could do this with some doodling, like just with a black pen or a black Sharpie marker. You could do the same thing, like kind of create some doodling lines here. But I want to have 3 areas on the page where I have this interest of this doodling stitching type. So I have 2 now, and then I want to bring in a 3rd one. So I'm off camera now looking through my rub-ons for another one, and I found one that I like. And this one has more like stitching kind of detail on it than the others, but they all are stitched like. So I'm going to rub this on here quickly, and I think that that really was a nice detail to add to this page. I think it really makes it pop. This layout is kind of out of my comfort zone. I feel like it's way more artsy than my normal pages. And here I have taken some gold dots, or gold, they're like gold pearls, they're bumpy, and I added them to the body of my butterfly. I love that little extra gold detail look, and I put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them down the body here. So I'm taking just a second with my Nuvo Deluxe glue, and I've got a little wax tip pen here, and I'm just putting those on the page. And then I'm holding up my layout like it's done. And then I do go back and I add one more die cut from the embossed die cut pack, and it says amazing. And I'm going to glue that down onto the photo. And so you'll see that here in my close-up shots in just a minute. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram over at Cards.by.MelissaMinor, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!